What's going on, everybody? It's King. I'm gonna start posting some videos. We all know that, or well, anyone who knows me knows that I am a diehard Rockets fan, and that's what this channel is was supposed to be about. Which I will talk about Rockets. I just want to talk about everything NBA, but let's stick with the Rockets on this one. After a terrible start to the season, lost 3 games by 20 points each. We beat the 3-0 Oklahoma City Thunder, who had the highest scoring offense in the league. Pretty confusing, right? We had almost everyone healthy. Well, about as healthy as you can get. We all know that Donatas Moniunas is still recovering from his back surgery. Terrence Jones is out with the cut on his eye, but Dwight was healthy. That's really all I meant when I meant by we're healthy. Is Dwight was healthy, and good team win. Uh, Everybody contributed. It was one of those things where if you took out one player, uh, the result probably would have been different. Of course, James Harden, after playing terrible the first couple of games, uh, he actually showed up to play. He played like he played last year and played phenomenally. But you could have kept his performance and then took away Ty Lawson's, and the game probably wouldn't have happened. Ty Lawson with his first double double in Houston played a great game. Dwight was good down the stretch. Just good team win. What can we do to keep it going? James Harden has to play. That's just the way it is. Um, Something I found out just from this really early point in the season is we are not a team, at least anymore, that can win without James Harden. It just can't happen, and that's what you saw. Like, tell me there's no way it's a coincidence. There's no way Harden plays terrible through 3 games, we lose 3 games. Harden plays great 1 game, that's the game we win. Come on now. That's how valuable Harden is. And I love my team, but I will always be a realist over being a fan. And by being a realist, I understand that our pieces cannot pick up for what James Harden's lacking. It can't happen. It just doesn't work. Last year, or not last year, maybe the year before, with a healthy Dwight, maybe he could do that. Because I remember games a couple years ago, like when we played Detroit without James Harden, and Dwight had 30 something. Dwight, I just don't think he's quite at that point yet, especially with the medical team babying him and not letting him play back to backs and everything. Um, then again, I will never, I will never talk negative on a player because of injuries. Simply because I've never played in the NBA, I've never been 7 foot tall. I don't understand. I don't know what it's like to have a sprained ankle weighing 300 pounds. I don't know these things. But in order to keep, not only keep going, but just take this win, because this wasn't just a win. We didn't beat Philadelphia. We beat an undefeated Thunder team that had the highest scoring offense in the league. It's not easy. If anything, that was the toughest team we've played through 4 games, and that's the only game we won. To keep it going, James Harden just has to play like an MVP. James Harden has to play like an MVP because we have all our players are role players. Aside from Marcus Thornton, all of our players kind of do just one thing good and then nothing else, really that good. Like Trevor Ariza, he's a 3-point shooter and plays defense. That's about all he can do. There's not much of a drive from him. His mid-range jumper, no, he's not quick enough to make those moves to the basket. Naturally, he's an older guy. Terrence Jones, when he's healthy, good download scorer. But he plays under the rim, which that gets a lot of block shots. Solid player. Tries to shoot threes. Not that good at it. You know, he doesn't he plays he's decent on the block and guarding the paint, but we don't have any all around scorers that can pick up for James Harden's bad games. So in order to keep moving, James Harden has to play like James Harden. If he's having a bad night scoring, there's two things he can do, and that's continue to try to score, which is what you saw in the first couple of games, and that turned out ugly. Or he can try to open up opportunities for the teammates by driving and passing out, but it's up to them to score. But I think we'll be okay. A lot of people picked Oklahoma City to go to the finals, and we beat them last night, so that's always good. But we got to keep moving forward. Everything will be okay. We got this. Yeah.